Welcome back. Kansas baseball played Jackson State in a doubleheader yesterday at Hoagland Ballpark. This is their second to last home series of the season. And KU won the first game 2-1, sorry about the correction there, and then dropped the second one 7-8. And in the second game, the Jayhawks went up 4-0 through 4 innings. Jackson State stormed back with 4 runs in the 5th, 1 run in the 6th, and 3 runs in the 7th inning. That game marked the first loss in program history versus Jackson State. The overall series is 3-1. And the month of May has been overall good to the Jayhawks, starting them off on the end of their schedule with the 5-game win streak. Kansas will try to bounce back against a 3-game series against TCU and Fort Worth this weekend. Last Saturday afternoon, the 14th-ranked Kansas tennis team beat the 24th-ranked Florida 4-2 in the second round of the NCAA tournament. This is the first trip of to the Sweet 16 for the program since 1998. Kansas has a monster matchup this Friday as they take on the 3rd-ranked Stanford Cardinal. Stanford is 24-1 on the season, with their first loss coming against the Georgia Bulldogs back in February. Jayhawks tennis is 21-4 on the season themselves, so in no way, shape, or form is this team an easy out. This will just be the toughest team that the Big 12 champs have played all season. Stanford has beat 15 teams this season that were ranked less than 50 overall. So for more than half of their schedule, it was chock full of quality teams. The Jayhawks have beaten their fair share of undefeated teams as well, most notably being the 7th-ranked Texas in the Big 12 championships. We will know the results of the tennis team by early Friday evening. If Kansas can will themselves to victory, they will play next Friday down in Orlando, Florida, and that would be a nice way to wrap up finals week. The Kansas softball team most likely will be their season will most likely be coming to an end this weekend. The Big 12 tournament is around for the softball season. The Jayhawks are set to take on the 4th best conference team, Texas Tech, on Friday at 11 a.m. Then they play the top of the Big 12 Oklahoma Sooners later into the night. The 15-35 overall team has been struggling as of late since the last half of the schedule is just Big 12 teams. The Jayhawks are on an 8-game losing streak. Their last win came on April 19th, coincidentally against Texas Tech. In fact, the softball team has only won 1 game out of their last 15. That is a streak that goes back to more than a month ago at the very beginning of April. The Chiefs' all-time leader in tackles has signed a 1-day contract with the Kansas City Chiefs. In Derek Johnson's 14-year career, 13 of the seasons were spent in the red and gold. Derek Johnson went to college at Texas and was selected back into the 2005 NFL Draft at number 15th overall. Johnson was a consistent starter throughout his years as a Chief, and he even started in 15 games in his last season with the team. And the team did not want to re-sign the veteran due to age and not wanting to cough up that amount of money. Johnson signed with the Oakland Raiders for the last season, playing in 6 games and starting in 1. He posted 14 solo tackles last season. He was released by Oakland halfway through the season last year. Supposedly, he wanted to leave on his own. Ever since he left the Raiders, it has been believed the 4-time Pro Bowler's next route would be exactly what the Chiefs announced today. And that is it in the world of sports today. What do we have left for news, Emily?